so going straight into part 2 now. So after I got those pigs from part 1, episode 3, I made my way back to the homestead, the property, because after I'd pursued those 2 pigs that I finally got, I'd been through what I thought at the time was 12 rounds of ammo. So first priority was get back to the ute and stock up my mags. Turns out I actually had 2 rounds. So I've watched the footage a couple of times now, and it's like, no, I definitely fired 12 rounds. So I don't know how I ended up with 2 rounds still in my pocket. Anyway, so get back to the ute, load up, and I move on to the next paddock, and I'm back on target. I'm trying to pursue this pest that had been causing the property owner some havoc. Now, in the footage you can see from the thermal in this one, I'll include the range identification footage, because in that footage, I'll include the range identification footage that I first started out with when I got distracted with the pigs, because in that footage, I felt that the black hot color palette on that landscape, you could see targets at a greater distance better than what you could in the previous video that I mentioned last time. So I will include that, and then I'll include the second take that I did, because again, in this one, different temperatures, different landscape, the black hot was a bit harder to see those targets. So you're going to get two clips of footage where I do some range identification. And then as soon as I started filming for the second amount of range identification, there was a fox. You know, that's always the way. When you're not looking to pull the trigger, there just happens to be a fox, if not the fox, right where you're filming. So patience paid off a little bit here. I wasn't in a rush. I could see the fox. It wasn't particularly moving out of my field of view. So I finished recording, and then I started to make an advance on it. Now, even when I did make an advance on the fox, I was still having issues with this bloody tripod at this point. Like I mentioned in the last video, one of the issues I was having was the rotating swivel. Anyway, so what had happened was, and you might pick up on it just before I finally pulled the trigger on this fox, but it was just the rotation on the mounting system for this tripod was very stiff. So just before I pulled the trigger, you can see me sort of jerking slightly left, right, can't remember which direction it was. But as that's happening, it's because I'm fighting against the tripod just to get it to move smoothly. So another part of the reason why I'm pissing that system off, and why a lot of people make the move, well, I feel like a lot of people make the move over to the ball heads, is because you've got a lot more freedom of movement. You can keep yourself level. You're not having to keep the tripod level. I digress. So yeah, you'll just have to bear with me. The footage for finally dispatching this fox is a little bit lengthy. That's why I'm saying, patience paid off in this circumstance, because I wasn't in a rush, especially after the issues I had with the pigs in the previous video at the start of this night. I wasn't particularly in a rush to dispatch this fox, considering it wasn't in a hurry to get out of there. It was very in focus to the area that it was in. So I finally get it. I pull the trigger. I do a quick pan around before I finish the night, and that's pretty much how that night ended. So, like I said, I wanted to break this into 2 parts, because the footage from part 1, I was recording for a solid 30 minutes, just non-stop. I just left record on the scope and let it go. And the footage that I condensed down from that half an hour was still over 9 minutes long. So that's why I felt like trying to overload one video with so much footage was just a bit too much when there was so many things going on in this night. So yeah, I'll start to roll the footage from part 2. It's not a great video, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of me talking, not a lot of action. So if you're interested in seeing what the capabilities are of the Infiray Tube TH50 V2 regarding identifying kangaroos at distance, like I said, there's going to be some kangaroos at 800 meters. At the time of filming this little talk, I didn't get a range on the second part of the video, but I'll include it like I always do. and you're going to get to see me shoot a fox at the end of it. So, look, hope you enjoyed. As always, if you want to give me some feedback, be sure to mention it in the comments. Otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and you'll see me next time. Cheers. So I just wanted to take an opportunity while I could see some kangaroos in the distance here. Again, not sure if that's a pig or a sheep or a wombat. I might go for a walk and check it out. But anyway, you can see some kangaroos hopping over there. I'll get some distances and add them in. Again, they're going to be rough distances. But this is in the white hot colour palette. This is black hot. This landscape's a lot better. I'm not looking up onto a horizon and trying to get ID on targets. You can clearly see that they're kangaroos, even in black hot, looking across a flat landscape. This is red hot. The distance, the red doesn't come out quite as much as they get further away, but again, you can still identify them. Look, to be honest, I hate this color palette, fusion, rainbow, whatever you call it. I don't know why they put it in. Personally, when I think of rainbow, I think predator, you know, blue for the colder stuff, and you move into your greens, your yellows, your reds. That's what I think when I think rainbow, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So, you know, you can... Look, you can't really... I mean, you can see them, but it's just a shit colour palette. I hate it. Anyway, moving on, and highlights. So, highlights again, yeah... look, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cycle through the brightness while we're in highlights. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference for the filming. It definitely does in the scope. But yeah, look, you can see that they're kangaroos at a distance. Moving back around this side. I'd still love to... Ooh, there's a couple of them. It might definitely be pigs. Oh, you know, I'm a bit hesitant. Like, I know there's pigs on this property and she wants them dealt with. I'm just a little iffy about the property boundary because I don't normally go into that paddock. I might even just give her a call and just check before I go for a walk in that direction. And I'll try and zoom in. You can see, like, you know, you're zooming in on a digital picture, so you're zooming in on pixels. You can't get a clear image on what they are. That definitely looks like a kangaroo next to them, though. Don't know why it's not moving, but damn, if there's two of them loaded like that, that could be pigs. I might have to go for a walk and check those out. Anyway, so we're currently in highlights. Getting back to white hot, you can definitely pick them out. Black hot, I feel like they stand out a lot better in black hot here. But anyway. So yeah, look, you know, you just... Each palette is better suited to different things. I found red hot was good for sighting in the rifle. Black hot, like I said, I prefer the definition that it gives. It's a lot smoother, in my opinion, on the eyes. Each to their own, I guess. But yeah, anyway. Alright, so I'll get some ranges on these kangaroos and stuff. I'm going to give the property owner and just give her a quick call, see what the story is with that paddock. I'm fairly confident it's hers, but I just want to be sure. And then I'm going to get back onto it. Alright, enjoy. Right, let's try this again, everyone. So, I promise I won't get distracted this time. It definitely doesn't look like there's any pigs over there. Pretty confident they're all kangaroos. There's something smaller in the grass just there. It could be a fox. I'll find out in a minute. Anyway, I just want to take some time to record this because in my last video where I was doing some ranges on kangaroos at distance, the issue I had, which I kind of realised, it's a fucking fox right there. I'm going to keep an eye on him while I talk, try and do this video. I realised after I put the video up that it was very hard to see the kangaroos on the horizon using black hot. So I'll get a range on these. You can see them quite clearly hopping. The other thing I noticed too, the Infiray Tube TH50 doesn't record the PIP for some reason, but because I'm using it right now, but unfortunately you won't be able to see it, so I'll just zoom in like I did in the last video so you can see what I'm looking at, a bit more precise. But yeah, so some kangaroos over there. I'll get some ranges on them. This is in the white hot colour palette. Black hot here. I feel like black hot here, or sort of a more flat landscape, pops a bit better because you get the, you know, the cool white across the ground, and you get the black vivid dots. Still see that fox moving around just there. Then we have red hot, again, sort of just highlights everything. We've got rainbow, fusion, whatever you call it. I hate this color palette. When I think rainbow, I think Terminator. Sorry, not Terminator, I think Predator. You know, like your cool is blue, you're kind of like the Pulsar Thermion with the ultramarine and their rainbow, I guess you could say. Anyway, so yeah, there's fusion, rainbow, kangaroo, and highlights. So yeah, the reason why I was filming in black hot the last time was just because I personally just prefer this color palette. I feel like it gives such great definition to the landscape. Yes, I mean, it is harder to pick animals off, but you know, it's just a press of a button and you can identify something a bit clearly. Anyway, I didn't get distracted this time. There were no pigs in the distance. I hope you enjoyed that footage, and yeah, I'm gonna go try and get this fox. So if there's some footage after this, it's because I shot the fox or I missed it. Stay tuned and we'll find out. Okay. Just behind that thistle. There's something else behind him. Just there. Not too worried about that. And there's kangaroos in the background. Okay, there he is. Come on. Oh, fuck. Okay, he's on this side of the fence now. Oh, actually, no, he's not. I'm just going to take this opportunity to focus a little bit better. Do some colour palettes. It's currently highlight, white hot, black hot, red hot. He's coming my way. I'm just going to hold off a second. This is where patience can also be a downfall. There it is. Okay. There's a problem when the grass is too long. Just don't know where he's going to go. Tripod. Okay, just have a quick scan. Doesn't look like there's any others. I didn't disturb the cows. My bolt is retracted in case anyone's wondering, so the gun is safe. Kangaroo, possibly. I don't know, it's probably only the head or it's a possum in the tree. There's kangaroos there, so it's probably a kangaroo. Alright, so I've had a few. Just a quick scan, make sure there's nothing else around. I'm gonna have to go investigate that in a minute. It's probably just a wombat. Alright, you'll have to pardon my patience. I've been having issues with this tripod this evening, so I've got to sort that out, but I just had to make sure I was absolutely steady. I think that could be part of the reason why I missed those pigs earlier. Alright, let's go get this fox.